What's up, everybody? We're back playing some more Phoenix Wright. Man, November last year is like nearly a year. It's been nearly a year since I last played, and no, I haven't finished anything. I don't even know if I'm halfway done. I just like continue on to finish with a particular case. So I want to go through case number 5 and see if after I'm done, if I'm feeling up to going to, because I was like, maybe it kind of like burned out on Phoenix Wright once I got through case 4. So let's see, like if I'm feeling like down to continue on. So rise from the ashes. Wish me luck. Don't get a good sound effect for Phoenix Wright, but it's close enough.
It's time to
I remember when I started the walkthrough, the first few cases they made it too obvious who the bad guy was. So I think the last case and then this one, it's a little bit more ambiguous. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until the day the girl showed up. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. There you are, finally. Where have you been? My sister's trial is tomorrow. Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am. It only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney, Maya Fey. You're not Maya Fey, are you? I'm sorry, but Miss Maya Fey no longer works here. So you are the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney? Right. You're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. That's a relief then. You're better than nobody. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please! I'm out of time. But please, you have to help. It's my sister. Maya, could it be? Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much. My name is Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. scientific investigator. What's with these people with these strange ass professions? What was the last case with the Edgeworth thing? Some pseudo photographer, whatever goofy thing she had going on. Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just you seem kind of jumpy, or maybe just young. Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. Oh, that's real young. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? Where are your parents? You're definitely kind of tall for a 16-year-old. I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known, at my age no less. So what exactly is your current position then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you could call me an 11th grader? I'm ready to do my job, at my age no less. Great, another future professional in training. So what's this about, Case? You said the trial's tomorrow? My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. So it's a murder case. I feel like you should call Jennifer Walters or Matt Murdock. Matter of fact, who's the best lawyer? Phoenix Wright, Jennifer Walters, or Matt Murdock? As far as like, their skills as like as attorneys. I don't know if you qualify Phoenix Wright as like a superhero in a traditional sense, but like superhero lawyers. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I think you should care a little bit. You sound like you're too close to the too close to this case. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact. That's not science. And there's a witness? Just talk to her. You have to talk to her. Right, I suppose I will. I promise her I'll bring Maya Fey, but that's interesting. How would she know Maya? Or Mia, whatever. Mia Fey. So you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up then? Excuse me? I'm not a child, I have you know. Still, it's good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one. I believe investigations should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah. Sure can't fault her for a lack of enthusiasm. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Your sister. I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of a case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school. So they went to the same school, huh? She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her. Huh? But she's my only family. Typical. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Typical. Oh, I'm sorry. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She's quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. Guard! I thought I told you I didn't want visitors. Sorry, ma'am. It's just your sister. No excuses. Or did you not want a raise this year, Understood, ma'am. What was that all about? Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing. Look, I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Like, what, is she in the military? Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey, how do you know me? How do you know me? Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry, what exactly is it that you do? My name is Lana Sky. I'm Lana Lang. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. You're a prosecutor? Two sisters, one lawyer.
Phrasing?
Could this be a coincidence? Emma, Lana, I mean, they're just like... Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Sorry, this is like a perfect spot for like the transition to the music. There's something you should know from the start, which is the suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? Wait, but the suspect is me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright? Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 21st at 5:15 p.m. It's quite specific. It was in the witness disposition. It was in the witness's disposition. The witness clearly saw me committing the crime. My, what a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. The prosecutor's office, huh? In your subordinate's car trunk? Classy. I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed as it were. Well, that's just great. So, who was the victim? An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective? Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you? Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. What? Mr. Wright, what does it mean? Well, it means the police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. So you're the chief prosecutor. That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities, in a nutshell. That's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident. When I stabbed him, that is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. She's clearly covering up for somebody. That's like way too clean of a, like, how often do people just like blatantly just murder somebody, then blatantly confess and submit themselves to arrest? And it's like, it happens with like so little, and depending on the person having like a decent conscience. But come on, how am I supposed to defend this? Time to change the subject. Wait, she wasn't in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her? Emma told you that too, did she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he has very little in common with Mia. Hey! It was in law school. I was in my 3rd year and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. Different? She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Excuse me? Intellectually attracted. Lana was top of her class in school. Yeah, sure, intellectually. I was the best there is. I was the best there was, bub. Oh. I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. Sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright? Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I am admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take this case. None. But Lana... Why are you doing this to me? You'd never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana. I know. So how could you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Mr. Wright. Yes? I believe our discussion here is ended. The rest, I leave to you. You mean you're requesting my services as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed. Your client has confessed after all. This case is over. Right. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana has confessed to the crime, yes, but something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here, and I'm going to find out what. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? About what? My sister, she's not always like that, you know? Just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. Really? I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her? Don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she... well, maybe not. Sounds like there's something there that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's go check out this underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay. So this is the lot where it all happened. Looks like they're still investigating. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey everyone, keep up the good work. Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they are going to be my coworkers 3 years from now after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know, attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. I'm trying not to stand out too much here, see? Hey there. You expecting to go unnoticed here, partner? Partner? Okay, who's Jesse McCree? Somebody invited the Lone Ranger. Aaron Black called and he wants his outfit back. It's high noon. Now I want to play some Overwatch. God dang it. What do we have here? Looks like a bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner. Mr. Marshall? Mr. Marshall? Marshall looks more like a sheriff to me. Looky here, Bambina. I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike, see? Strike? This is our claim, our territory, with a mother load of evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream? You want to? You know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream? You want to? What's this guy talking about? He's drinking liquor on the job. You head along home now. Happy trails, Babina. There's a wallet on the ground right there. Was that Hombre a friend of yours? Kind of, sort of. Yeah, he's a detective who thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems. What's this? A wallet? Excuse me, officer? Wait! What are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police? I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. That's taking evidence, genius. How is that scientific? Sounds like theft to me. At least look inside, though. I'm called to duty already, and at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay? By the way, her eyes are sparkling. I can tell she's been waiting for this. Okay, now look at the court record. You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Now let's start examining from every angle. Oh, never did this before. I forgot you can do it. Look, think there might be a clue here. You should check it out with the press of the X button. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. See? Well, isn't scientific investigation useful? Don't think you need to do all that just to have the thought open in the wallet and see what ID is in there. I guess, though I don't see what science has to do with it. Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. I guess I've got to be on my toes from now on. This is where the cars leave the lot. The arrow on the ground makes it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Or maybe it's both. Kind of a dual purpose. Aha! The theory of relativity. Relativity. Jesus. What? Oh. I got to write this down. Ah, hey, Mr. Wright. Maybe you know, was Mr. Relatively German? Or was he British? Mr. Relativity? Are you sure that was his name? Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears! Oh, my ears! Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure? What is she babbling about? Hey, what did you just say? See? You can hear just fine. The phone's broken. Look, a door. This must mean something. I'm not sure if that doors mean anything. No, it won't open. A mysterious lock. I failed to see what's mysterious about it. That's right. You need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? Okay. Oh, no time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. I wonder what this is. Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. The sheriff. Like I said before, this here's our plan. You best be moseying along unless you fixing to bite the bullet. Yeah, scary. Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car? Well. The little filly's got a good nose on her. You want to know who rides that red Mustang with the body in her saddle, huh? Please. No problem, partner. About time for vittles anyway. Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the prosecutor's office. Might just find you a caressa you like. Prosecutor's office? Where does this guy think he is? And when, for that matter? Note to self, look up Vittles Saloon Caressa. Maybe we should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like. Just keep your paws off our claim. Right, great. Great, maybe there are some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out. Excuse me? Where are you two all set? Were you two all set? Us? What's this? She couldn't be. You're selling lunches? Here? This is a crime scene. Hello. Half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir? Yes. Some crunchy goodness coming at you. Thanks. Always want to try those kind of boxes, but strictly from Japan, because, obviously they know how to do it better than anybody. Thanks. Interesting way of doing business. This area is off limits to anyone without clearance, especially passerbys. Or are you officers? Oh no, but you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone, even if my days as the cough-up queen are over. Cough-up queen? Cough-up? Huh? I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. I'm quite connected to this kiss, you see. Images are burnt into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid secrets. Secrets? Dear me, you are a slow one, aren't you? I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of that detective. What? A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, cough-up queen, tell us. Oh, please, cough-up queen, tell us what happened. The name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Yes, ma'am. Types. She means it. Somehow, I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Destiny? Was yesterday special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of iniquity. Evil ones? Prosecutors. They have no qualms at all about blackening the name of innocence. And yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday. I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this, evil? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the cough-up queen. Ew. The most heinous of all the evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday. It was in his car that they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. Really? Really what? I'm totally confused. One thing is clear. This lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. So what exactly was it that you witnessed, Miss Star? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. You see Lana Sky wield that knife so... Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. And the rhythmic beat of Lana Sky's knife. Wait a second, you know Lana Sky? Of course. It's quite a feat, becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She always travels light. Now, why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? Could we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Star? I come here every day to sell lunches. She's a glorified lunch lady that dresses like she's like a, like a dame from the 1940s. I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. The kind you can only tell someone who has tried General Tso's Trilobite lunch set. It does look good. Never mind, you win. I don't even want to appreciate part of a Trilobite's flavor. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? See the security room over there? The glass-walled booth? The glass-walled booth? I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I'll drop in to see him. Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance. So, to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Miss Star, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. She kind of gives Velma Dinkley vibes from Scooby-Doo. My glasses, my glasses! Useful analysis? Not. Did you have a bad experience with the prosecutor, Miss Star? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kind of like 10-day-old clams in the chowder. I wonder if Miss Star was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past. That'd be a pure case of food poisoning. Scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking Cough-Up Queen. I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. About this card. Lunchland vendors only accept cash, no cards. Especially now a card belongs to someone else. Oh no, this isn't a credit card, it's an ID. It belongs to a detective. And you're showing this to me, the lunch lady, why? That's like showing a fine honey ham to a detective. I do always feel like I'm being mocked. Okay, I thought it might, do something. Aha, a ladder. That's a step ladder. What's the difference? In scientific terms, please. Scientific? Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. This all seems so horribly familiar somehow. An oil drum. It's like it's filled with water. It's heavy. I can't even budge it. Drum over here is on its side. Wait, I know. I'll hide in here and do a stakeout. I think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you might not even have to hide in a drum to get arrested. What? I'm not suspicious. that Edgeworth? It looks like his clothes. This is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Thanks. Look, there's a trophy or something here. A trophy? What, that shield? It takes a real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk. Phoenix Wright. You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? Well, there is his job. That voice. Long time no see, Edgeworth. Huh? Ah! Mr. Edgeworth! You know him from somewhere? Of course. I'm his biggest fan. My sister introduced us once and... Right, her sister is the chief prosecutor after all. Oh, what brings you here? I'll warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk. No, did I? No. It was just Mr. Right here, Hey, don't blame me. We're here just to investigate a murder case. Murder? A body was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot. It would be my car. What of it? What? Your car? I'll say one thing, she certainly can scream. So the body was found in your car? Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less. No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Oh, wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean... Wait, so you're the chief prosecutor's little sister then? Yes, sir, Emma Sky. It's nice to meet you again. Now that didn't sound forced at all. Now I remember. You've really grown. I'll admit it was a surprise for me too. To think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can't understand. Wait, what did you say? Mount Sky is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. You? Mr. Edgeworth? To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident. Ironically, the case they're talking about did technically happen last year in November when I was last playing, so it is a year later. What? That's crazy. Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life, impossible to stop. But some of them even go as far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? That bronze shield? There's got to be a story behind that one. Chief Prosecutor Sky. Yes, we first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right, I remember. 2 years ago, I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. Then, why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. What? What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon? To be specific, it was the knife I kept in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. Edgeworth. What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, can't he take a joke? You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. I've been wondering, what the heck is this? It has a big K on it. Of prosecutors. What's that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. King of Prosecutors? It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So that K, that's... K stands for King? Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. King of Prosecutors. Kind of like Employee of the Month, only better. Wow, this jacket's even lacier than his usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket. Lucky jacket, right. I've never seen him wear it. I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in that frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture. He's getting way too excited about this. My, what an amazing bouquet. Just right for Mr. Edgeworth. No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead, Wendy. Wendy? Heard that name somewhere before. And beside it, a giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one. There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Oh God! Speaking of, statues, I forgot why I was going to C2E2 to check out for any kind of figurines or something. Gosh darn it! Whatever. Wouldn't probably have enough to spend on one anyway. Between a rock and a hard place. Wendy. Wendy, is she Mr. Ezra's fiance? I don't think so. Oh, cute. What a pretty tea set. I go more for the instant tea bags myself. Amazing. The drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by places of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend. What an exquisitely splendid concoction. There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far. Oh, these are all case files. They're stacked to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. He must have someone get them for him. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? You must study these case reports so closely. He's so cool. You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder. Hey, a chessboard. I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like Blue's in a bit of a tight spot. The Red Kings have surrounded the Blue Pawn. Huh? Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Ezra must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. Nah, it's nothing. Look this. It's quite tidy as one might expect. What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection. Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir. Don't. They'll sue you. Whoa, what a view. It must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor. I guess you would feel important. Incidentally, for you to jump out this window, the time until impact with the ground would be... Got it. Approximately 3.23 seconds. That's handy to know. Does he know this guy? Hey Ezra, I was wondering about this. Mr. Wright. Huh? What? Are you sure you should be showing that to Mr. Ezra? Oh, I'll take it for sure. One. Right, can't show him that. Duh. Well, something to talk about. Mr. Ezworth has such a comfy sofa. Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap. I bet he pores over his case files here until the wee hours of the morning. Then he takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves, and goes to sleep using his arms as a pillow. I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edgeworth working. I bet in the morning he has sofa hair and little creases in his cheek from the seams. He's so cool. Sofa hair is cool? Nothing else to investigate. There's a good surprise discussing. So basically this says you were the best of the best last year, huh? You can take that foolish grin, that's what right. I lost a day of work to receive that travesty. Huh? Why is that? I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. The police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken? What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about. Oh, right. He doesn't seem too concerned about his award, for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday. Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? Working with the police department, we sort of file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence traversal. Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got the shield? I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. That's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Ezra pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Parking stub? It's the parking stub from the underground lot. The murder took place around 5:15. So the murder happened right after you got back. What? Right. I appreciate it if you direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. Who the hell? Excuse me, but is Mr. Ezra anywhere on the premises? I'm Ezworth. What is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation is going after all. At all. Sky, sir. No, sir. No name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir. I think I just heard Ezra's lid. I think I just heard Ezra's lid blow. Mr. Ezra's lid isn't on very tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir, but sir, I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the particulars of your arrangements. Give me your name. Yes. Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins. Right, Officer Meekins. Take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month. But sir, I didn't know. Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains and good luck. Right. Yes, sir. God, he caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Well, let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective from the same department as that patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. He seems to finally calm down at least. Right after this, I'm hopping right, cause I'm starting JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind arc, so I'm gonna be hopping right into that right when we finish with this part of like the case with the asking questions, getting evidence, and then next time next video will be in the during the trial period. That gumshoe right there? Phew, we're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me, that took almost 30 minutes by taxi, and traffic wasn't even that bad. The police department, huh? I've only ever been to criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's that? Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? Oh, wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Uh-oh, you noticed me. He sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal, what are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there? What, well, at least he doesn't seem too busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. I give you one word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. Why not? Huh? Well, it's just that Chief Prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him. But what if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. But what if the evidence was faked? Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is the little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. Whoa, the chief prosecutor's little sister? Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically? Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked. Huh? It's a sensitive issue with us these days. So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh, well, nothing, really. They kicked me out of the criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time? What do you mean, this time? Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. It's true, we've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being let into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us ranked and filed detectives in at all. None of you? I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the Badger dance down pat. Isn't there anything else you could be doing? The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Officer Marshall. Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. A patrolman in charge of a crime scene. It's unheard of, pal. I was wondering about that. What, the Dancing Blue Badger? It's my masterpiece. You made this, Detective Gumshoe? The chief threw together some designs and I just did my thing, pal. Nice work. It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances and dances. It just dances until the battery dies. The batteries die. Poor Blue Badger, fated to dance until he drops. The detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action. Somehow the thought fails to excite me. That patrolman is that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. And then I say, hey, you do that, your suit will get cold, buddy. That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried. I guess he wasn't saluting, he was wiping tears from his eyes. They make a good pair. You never see anyone who look like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human. He has a point. Sir, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white? No idea. Why? Well, I think they're designed after a panda. A panda? Not that I have scientific proof, it's just a theory. Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory? It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been at the zoo, see? What about zebras? Or did they not have those at your zoo? Hey, that's it. That's the King of the Prosecutors Award that Mr. Ezra got yesterday. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edward for winning that award. Even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors. Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey, pal, that's a detective's ID card. You guys keep that. You have to turn into police. It's people like you that... Who's Goodman? Goodman. Sounds familiar. Not my mistake. But didn't you once again? Whoa, now remember? Bruce Goodman. He's the victim. That's what I thought. Can you tell us more about Detective Gumshoe? Hey, now we're getting somewhere. So this ID card belongs to the victim. So this ID card belongs to the victim. He was a detective like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman. Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it? Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence traversal for a case he handled 2 years ago. Evidence transversal? Mr. Ashworth mentioned that too. Transferal. I keep saying transversal. Transferal. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot. And Lana's confessing as much. Shouldn't you be checking like phone records then? 1 second. You know, like checking any cases that he might be currently working on. Let's just try it. Found in Miss Ezra's car, stabbed with Miss Ezra's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Scott to do such a thing? Wait, I mean, sure, of course someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Ezworth. The car and the night do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Poor Mr. Ezworth. What could have happened? I have to find out a little more about what's going on with Ezworth. He's in a tough spot again. Again? Well, it all started with the murder case of that defense attorney, Hammond. But Mr. Ezworth was found innocent. Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Ezworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting. But there's no evidence against him. Well, Mr. Ezworth has always had unusually strong ties to the police department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, that's the latest case has started. This latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor's position himself. What? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Ezworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is... What was his name? The guy in the parking lot? That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the chief of police. Officer Marshall? Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer from West LA. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there and nobody will look at you twice, pal. Hey. Get back to the parking lot. Looks like the investigation is still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, still here? Hello? Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too. What happened to the security guard? Oh, she's a hoe. Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? Bambina? You're looking like a dog. You're like a doggy that's lost his herd. A doggy that lost his herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. There's something I want to ask you. The scene of the crime, a cold grave for men who's lost their dreams. For me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment. He's asleep. Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest? There's something I want to ask you. The scene of the crime. Oh. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters to me go right into the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe. Oh, that old cow dog. He holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look where it should say letter of introduction. It says invitation. I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries, this proves it's from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. Guess I better let you in then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Oh, that's right, he's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our ghost track. We like the settlers, strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny. Note to self, police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I say I won't be needing this anymore. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little bit more more specific? Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right? Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me that tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Star. One stab to the chest, fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report. One night phone died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Why, was my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back, so there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with our chief prosecutor. Oh, my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here, to this parking lot. So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective? You calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoe detectives 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime. That's odd though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do, nothing important at least. He's nothing but a sad old cow dog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Ezra, huh? Ezra? That cow dog has been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just he don't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation? Toy shield. Suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that? A toy knight, maybe? Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Ezra? You don't like him, right? You get the point. You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these. Let me guess. Did it have a K for King of Detectives on it? Hey, they could use the same shield over and over. Note to self, the prosecutor's office and criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap. You know it. They've gotten cheaper with every passing year, I tell you. The prosecutor's bright red steed came in at a trot and real slow lag. Trot? My Madonna tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later, but it seems the chief prosecutor was lying in wait, maybe waiting for her prince to ride in on his bright red horse. But what you mean is, the killer intended to use Ezra's car all along. Alright, compadre, count to 3. Huh? You gotta do that if you're going to draw evidence on someone. That's what you do in Texas. Remind me never to visit Texas. This looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest that this belonged to the victim. Can't think of anyone else it could belong to. What's so scientific about that? Can we check it out? Right, let's check it out. This phone is still on the redial screen. Redial? Mr. Wright? Most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, you never know with people from your generation. Whatever, let's check this phone out. Now to see who the owner of this phone called last. Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button. Hey, that song, I know that. Hey, what's going on over here? Sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that there phone, didn't you? Well, yeah. Whose phone is it anyway? It was on the ground over there. Who is it? That belongs to Chief Prosecutor Sky. What? It's my sister's? She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody, right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds according to this. Who did she call? Ghostbusters! No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. Remember those? I mean, you still technically, I guess, can have a ringtone, but it's like, it was like a big thing in the 2000s, early 2000s. But especially like, you know, the chirp phones, you remember those? Might be showing my age here, but that was like a huge thing when I was in high school. That annoying little chirp sound, it drove me fucking nuts. Oh, I'm sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. A wrong number. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Uh-oh. I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. This appears to be the car where the body was found. Looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. The crime took place in the underground parking lot. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. The body was found in the trunk of the car. You know, if the thing was busted, either how did they get it open, or did they just jam it open already and stuff the body in? What a luxury car. It just screams, I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. This rope, is it? Yep, they laid it in the outline of the victim's body. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You have got to be the only person I know that will come to that conclusion. Okay, I don't see any other... That's where visitors park. I can see the lunch line car over there, far in the distance. Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy looking steak. That's weird. Doesn't that strike you as a little bit creepy? Just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. I hate when people like marketers do some things like that. I don't know if they do it these day and age, but like they pull stunts like that back in the day, just like no F's given, having like a pig eating bacon or pork or something like that is so freaking disturbing. I'm not planning on giving up my job, that's okay. So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister. That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall. Yeah, Bambina. How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's the dry wind that's blowing through the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill will. Someone's up to something here, but who? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we are talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deals. What are you saying? What, you're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? There's nothing else to examine. We found it a good distance away from the crime scene. Good distance is that rat hole. In this rat hole, you want distance, get yourself to Texas. Texas? This is a tiny little crime scene in a tiny little town with tiny little evidence. What difference does a few yards make, compadre? If you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas. There's no better way to study than to hang out with the pros. I don't want to summon the cell phone. My sister's cell phone. Last time it was used was 5/18, right after Goodman was killed. Maybe she was canceling her date for the night. Why did Lana make that call? Anything I'm missing at all? What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. Look, something's written on it. 675 2. Oh, 7S. You're right, let's see. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so, what does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self. For deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we got some clues. Perhaps an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh boy. Oh, by the way, Emma. Yeah? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids? The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. A detective is murdered and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. All right, whew. All right, I will well, it depends if I feel up to popping into more Phoenix Wright tomorrow. But yeah, have a good night, you guys. I'm gonna get right into watching some more JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Golden Wind, and yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Take care, have some fun, enjoy yourself, be safe.